Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Droopy here, and I'm so happy to be back casting the Rival StarCraft League Season 2 again today on this Friday night. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, getting ready for the weekend, and of course, some amazing StarCraft games. We're going to be heading into the round of 8 once more today. I believe there was one set of games yesterday for the round of 8, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Unfortunately, wasn't a part of that, but I am a part of this one, so we're going to get started here very soon with KellerMaN versus Zeal in what should be a nice set of PvP games. So first map is going to be on Cactus Valley LE, and we're heading into it right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It is Cactus Valley LE, first game, best of 5. This is pretty big, too, because the winner of this is, of course, going to get into the round of 4. And then from then on, we're talking about splitting a pretty nice prize pool. We'll talk about that in a sec. But for now, let's take a look at the players involved. We do have here the pink Protoss player spawning on the bottom right-hand side and representing Team Spectre, guys. This is KellerMaN. And against him is going to be the yellow Protoss on the bottom left. And recently minted a WCS Challenger level player for the North American server this past season. So probably his proudest accomplishment to date. Will he add an RSL victory to his belt as well? Well, we'll have to win this set of matches first. Playing for Brawl Esports, guys, it is Zeal. So when I look at these PvPs, I always think of all-ins, competing all-ins, a lot of, crazy stuff going on early game, whether it's cheese, whether it's just really players almost kind of winging it in a sense. But on a map like Cactus Valley LE, you do have a little bit more room for error. And what I mean by that is not making mistakes in a sense, but more so that, you can stand to play a little more greedier. We do have a PP here from Zeal. Perhaps some lag issues, but on a map like Cactus Valley LE, you do have to work a little harder to find your opponent early on. And even if you do find them, the walking distance is kind of large. I guess in this situation, both players are spawning on the bottom side of the map, so I guess you can call that quote-unquote close position. But even so, it does look like here KellerMaN's actually going to find his opponent on his first try, and that's going to happen. It is luck of the draw in a lot of these situations. Hopefully this is nothing too serious that Zeal can't handle, but this pause, I mean, I'm sure game-wise, I think he can hold his own. He's made it this far. Both these players really, I had the chance to cast KellerMaN last week. In fact, he defeated my teammate Gamja. So in a very impressive effort there. I think it was 2-0, if I didn't forget. So yeah, man, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with here. And a lot of times in PvP, anything goes. So maybe Zeal just needs a little extra time to prepare for that. But let's talk about what's happened so far in the RSL, guys. So we started off with how many players? I want to say a lot, but I want an exact number. It looks like 32. Started off with 32. Actually, no, that's just one qualifier. So we had about 64 players roughly qualify or try to qualify for this tournament. And that narrowed down basically to 16. So 16 gifted folks who basically went after it in the group stage last week. Of course, you heard me cover that, Fear Dragon, as well as couple casters from Team Ascension talk about it. And this week we're on to the round of 8. So yesterday there was one set of matches, one side of the bracket. So it looks like Pili Pili was able to defeat Panda Bear Me 3-0. And Bly from Acer was able to defeat BioIce from Team Ascension 3-0. So I guess a couple of shutouts in those matches. And those two players will be facing off in the round of 4, which should be tomorrow at same time. And I'll be casting that too, so I'll be seeing you guys there. But right now, we're going to be seeing KellerMaN versus Zeal, as you already know. And then after this will be KiToO from Brawl Esports as well versus Sonic from Team Gravity. So that's going to be also a very fun match at TVZ. Always love to cast those. So, yeah, that'll be something to watch. Anyways, right here, we are going to have KellerMaN send his probe over to the left side. Lucky scout for him. Going to be able to see everything he needs to and then some. One thing about Protoss is until you get those ranged units out, whether it's Stalker or Mothership Core, your opponent kind of has carte blanche to just, make his way all the way in your base and scout every nook and cranny, just not really giving you much opportunity to, sneak something by, right? In the meantime, Zeal's going to be doing some scouting of his own, scouting on the upper left-hand side, and, one thing he should do, though, is judge by the probe timing from KellerMaN that KellerMaN's got to be in close position, right? No way he sent his probe out so early. I mean, I won't say no way. It's not impossible. It's very unlikely, though. I mean, players don't want to scout too early because nobody expects cheese on Cactus Valley. And also, you scout too early, you're giving up some economy to do that. You're mining less early on. So if the probe scout comes relatively early, like what you see here with KellerMaN, then Zeal's going to go and just scout back to the other close position without needing to waste his time into the upper right. In the meantime, we're going to see a second gateway here from Zeal, which very likely will signal some kind of a stalker push, 3 to 6 stalker rush. And that is the very safe as well as economical play from a Protoss player in PvP. Really, you just get out a few stalkers to defend if necessary, to pressure and scout at the same time, but it's not all in. It does leave you room to expand. Certainly, that's what every PvP player wants to do on a map as big as Cactus Valley. And KellerMaN's doing something very similar here, although he is making a sentry with his first gateway unit. That's even safer. He's ready to force field that ramp if necessary. So we just have both players here playing cautiously. Third gateway down for Zeal, and that may be the point where we say that's not as cautious anymore. He may actually look to put up some pressure. Oh, it's not even just that, it's an all-in. So beautiful thing about opening up 2 gateways is you still have the decision, the choice of whether or not you want to go ahead and just all in or go throw down an Nexus. It's kind of like that starter where you can really still make that decision of going one way or the other. Looks like Zeal decided to just go ahead and turn this into an all-in. KellerMaN adding on a Twilight Council here, perhaps to go for Blink. But Zeal here is going to go and start pressuring here very soon, bringing the Stalkers over to the ramp right now. KellerMaN force fields, but a little too late. I guess it does keep the Stalkers from running, but is there enough DPS to win the battle? Well, Photon Overcharge certainly can help with that, but that's going to basically mean Zeal will sit out here for a little bit as he waits for this proxy pylon to finish up. And it's a good look for him. He's going to have that finish, and he's going to be able to warp right into the main base. Ooh, keeping that weak stalker alive down to 2 hit points worth of health. Photon Overcharge getting some hits off that Mothership Core. Need to be careful with that if you're Zeal. And KellerMaN now just kind of has to wait outside. He was just a step slow in that force field, and now he's basically got Zeal in the front door here. So let's see if KellerMaN can fight this off. He does have as many gateways as Zeal does, and we're going to see Photon Overcharge going off on those Zealots. Stalkers here from KellerMaN, low in number, been kiting the ones of Zeal. And Zeal, will he even need a Stargate to continue this attack? Because it is just simply relentless right now. Mothership Core taken out from KellerMaN. No more Photon Overcharges for him as these probes are being pulled. That's a lot of workers dying right now, man. 10 units killed in total. 4, actually. It's 4 workers killed by Zeal, which is actually a pretty modest amount. Must have been a lot of hold micro from probes, so they get a surround, A move for a second, then hold again, so that the auto-targeting from Zeal doesn't just keep killing off workers. But nonetheless, man, it's just... it limited the damage done, but not enough. Not enough at all, and there's the GG from KellerMaN. So, man... that is just that quintessential PvP where it's like that one little mistake can spell your doom. Doesn't matter how well you open up with your build order or like how safe you think you are. If you just don't execute that plan at the right time, I'm telling you, man, games end at 8 minutes and 14 seconds. So none of the tier 2 tech really came to play for either player. And we're heading into game number 2 really soon. So Zeal's going to be up 1-0. This is a best of 5, so it's not like a best of 3 that we had last week in the group stage. So definitely we'll be seeing these players have more of a chance to, stay competitive in each of these series. Didn't quite help the players last night, I will have to say, with a couple of 3-0 victories, but maybe here we'll have some closer games. So I believe the next map is going to be Echo. So, yeah, the vetoes have been done and everything, of course. Cactus Valley game number 1, nice big fat map, 4-player, 4 spawning location. Now we're going to go ahead and just cut that map, that playing field in half, I guess you can say, down to Echo. And let's see if both these players will get more aggressive now, given the map design. So, prize pool. I did briefly mention that. It was a pretty nice one, and it is going to be sponsored by a number of organizations. Of course, this RSL is called Rival StarCraft League, and yes, it is in large part organized by Rival Gaming. So they, of course, have a big hand in that. So big props to them for putting this all together, but they couldn't do it as well without some people helping to contribute to that prize pool, which includes Brawl Esports, the Mexican esports team, of which 3 of their players are participating here, or still were participating in the best of or round of 8. So we had Panda Bear, me, Zeal, as we're seeing here, and KiToO. So yeah, they're helping to sponsor as well. And it is $600, guys. So it's pretty nice. First place will get $225. Second gets $125. Third and fourth split $75. So basically, you win tonight any of these games, and you're guaranteed at least $75. That's not bad at all, I have to say. So there's definitely a lot on the line here, and let's see if KellerMaN can put up a fight here in game number 2.